Okay, today's fun. I had a problem with the generator running, and it would run for a short bit and then shut off, and it sounded like it was either an electrical problem or it was starving for fuel. So ordered a fuel filter, even though I probably wasn't ready for one. But before I even got to putting the fuel filter on, I crawled under the bus and found the pinched lines for the fuel pinching into the mechanism that latches the generator to keep it from sliding in and out. And so I quickly assessed that and decided I was going to have to fix the hoses, replace the hoses, whatever. The hoses weren't leaking. They were squished more than they were anything else, and the coating around them was frayed. So I fixed that up and sealed it, then taped it, and then you can see some of what I'm doing here. These are the fuel lines, the in and out for the generator. Right here. I believe this one is the fuel return. This one is the fuel supply. These, where you can see I'm taping, we're starting to pinch and rub the fray off of here by shutting this. And maybe I could show you. And as I shut this, you can see what was happening with the hose. It's pinching the whole way. Real bad design. So the solution, since it's going to rub somewhere along the way here, probably should put my light in a better position, but since it's going to rub anyway, there, that's probably a little better. Since it's going to rub anyway, this is going to rub on this channel. If you go up high, it pinches in half right here. So you want it to come in here and bend. So I guess the solution here is I put this twist tie on here, moved these hoses up after just reinforcing them, taping them up. They weren't punched through yet, but some of the braiding was starting to wear. And when it pinched, my generator would shut off, and if I opened up the generator box and fired it up, it ran. So that told me I had a pinched line right here. Again, this design is really bad, and it folds up. So I've done this, I've taped it, I'm gonna strap it where this will fold right in here. It's still gonna rub on this channel. So the solution to that is these. And these will go over the hoses, and that way if it rubs here, and then I'm just gonna check on them periodically. Eventually I'm gonna replace the hoses all the way right here. You can see where they enter the generator. They come up here and all the way back here and into the fuel tank. You can probably see up there is the connections to the fuel tank. So up and over, back and down to here, and then all the way down. So I'll put the wraps on and then I'll show you where I'm at. Okay, just a quick peek at what I'm doing here. You're going to see that Tiffin does a terrible job of clipping off all these zip ties, so those are hanging everywhere. But I'm also going to clip off this zip tie here. Make sure you don't get the hose. Because I want to run the wrap right here all the way around the hose. So I'll do that in a minute because I don't have a third hand for the camera right now. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so now you see I've got this on here. You can see the first one's done. I'm gonna do this one next, and all you do is just keep wrapping these on, and you really need two hands, and I'm holding the camera. So we'll shut it off and then I'll come back when I'm done wrapping it. Okay, just so you can see, I've now done the wire loom all the way around the hoses. down and back up. Just secured them with a zip tie. And when it shuts, it will shut up to this clip here, which is, it was chaffing on the post here, which is the lock for the slide in and out of the generator. And I can shut it. They will pinch up in here a little bit, but now it'll rest up against this cable for this, which is right here. This is the release cable that unlocks the latch, which I now have it latched by accident, but I got to go out and pull the lever and it'll open up. But this pin latches on here. This up here was rubbing on here, and these are the fuel lines. So now we don't have that problem, and when I pull it in, you can see they're pinching, but they're also coiled, so they're not rubbing on anything. And even the frame there that I was concerned about was the reason I did the looms. And push it back out, and you can see, and out, and that's the fix. So that's about as much fun as I want to have today. It fixed the problem. I'm sure the generator will run fine now because that hose line isn't pinched off anymore. It's a bad design, but everybody ought to take a look and see what's going on underneath their coach periodically and make sure these fuel lines aren't pinched. So until the next time, Marvell Bus out.